I guess so. Oh, this stuff makes me so nervous.
I know what you mean, but don't worry, you'll do fine.
Does my hair look okay?
It's just beautiful. Now let's get started. Just be sure to look either at me or the camera right there. Are you ready, Michael? Okay. And we're ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good morning. I'm Lydia Turner, your eyewitness news reporter. I have with me this morning Rachel Hammond, respected leader of the nationally recognized Life Forever organization. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now tell me, what brings you to this beautiful city this morning?
Well, as you know, our organization is committed to continuing our fight for life for these little ones. It saddens me that so few people are aware or even care that they are dying every day.
I see. Well, Rachel, you've been accused in the past of trying to disrupt the American way of life and force your opinion on others. How do you answer that argument?
No, I am not here to disrupt. I'm simply here to share the truth.
Well, I must ask you, if so few are concerned, why bother?
Well, Lydia, how will they know if we don't bring it to their attention? You see, it's our job, our calling, to expose the atrocities that are being committed right here in our very own town.
As I understand it, your organization is planning a protest on Main Street this week.
That's right, we are.
But isn't it true that the chief of police said that he will arrest anyone caught protesting within the city limits?
Yes, he has said that.
Well, doesn't that frighten you?
Yes, I have to admit it does. I've never gotten so much as a parking ticket up to this point.
Well, then why? Why put yourself in this position?
It's quite simple, actually. We are human beings, the highest of the species. It's our responsibility to speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves.
I see, but you have to admit you are taking a very large risk.
You know, Lydia, there are a few things in life that are so deeply important that they must take precedence over our earthly comforts. These babies are dying. Why doesn't anyone care? Why don't you care? This is life we're talking about here, not some inanimate object that has no feelings, no meaning. Some things are worth dying for, and I'm willing to die if that's what it takes.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for your openness and your honesty. I'm sure that those listening will agree with you. Rachel, you've got to understand, and please forgive me if I offend you, but I still have a difficult time understanding how someone can be so devoted, so willing to die for baby birds.
Well, that's where you and I are different, Lydia. Can't you understand? These birds are life. And every time those bulldozers clear another acre of forest in the name of progress, many of these babies die. By our actions, we can give or we can take life. For me, there can be only one answer in all circumstances, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I must give life.
Well, thank you again, Rachel Hammond of Life Forever. This is Lydia Turner. Back to you, Eyewitness News. Wow, that was really something, Rachel. I don't think I've ever seen anyone quite committed before. Listen, can we get together? I mean, I'd love for you to tell me more. How about lunch today?
I'd love to, but I have an appointment this afternoon.
Well, then what about that? We can meet later today.
No, actually, I'll be pretty much out of commission for the rest of the afternoon. My appointment is at the Women's Center.
Oh, well, I didn't realize you were involved in those prayer groups.
Are you kidding? Heavens no. To be honest, I'm having an abortion today.
An abortion?
Yeah. Can you believe I got myself into this mess at such an important time in my career? But they've assured me that I'll be back to normal in time for the protest. You know, the one thing I hate is those fanatics at the clinic.
Fanatics? But don't they just pray?
Yes, I guess, but what does it have to do with it? I mean, why should they care?
Rachel, listen to yourself. You're sounding just like those you accused a few minutes ago.
This is different.
How?
Look, Life Forever is concerned with birds and their inability to speak up for themselves. But this is my life and nobody else's. I don't need anybody to speak up for me.
Rachel, abortion? What about, and I quote, by our actions, we can give, we can take life. For me, there can be only one answer in all circumstances, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I must give life.
I was talking about birds, not babies. I mean,
I know, that's what's so sad. Rachel, listen to what you're saying. You died for a bird, but how can you kill your baby for convenience?
you just don't understand the real world. And you know what? You never will. So I'm not wasting any more of my time. We're human beings, you know. We have our rights.